Rec Room is constantly evolving, changing the way players interact, create, and experience this whole game. And not all of these changes are good. Way back when Rec Room originally launched, it was a social VR experience. And now, it's this big metaverse, multi-platform, super duper mega, what did they say in their AMAs? Which is now more focused on kind of letting the community build their game for them, and a massive focus on getting their money up. Like, you can really see the difference from back then and now. You know, back then you just spawn into your dorm, turn around, go into the rec center, and now you spawn into your dorm, you open your watch, you get 50 notifications to buy Rec Room Plus, click on the play tab, instantly get shown like 50 sprunky roleplay low quality rooms that are purely made to make the most money possible. Fumble around with your watch menu for 20 minutes, go into a rec center, and then boom, big shop in your face, showing you new Zest Fest themed items that cost 50,000 tokens. But you know, that's okay, you can get your tokens by playing the game, right? They didn't decrease the amount of tokens you get for playing the game, right? But look, enough of me being all negative, that's what my clickbait content is for. Rec Room has also made some very good and cool changes. Please let me into the video partner program. I think finally letting creators make their own custom avatar items is a very cool addition, mainly because a lot of these items are actually good and they're also reasonably priced, so you can get them even if you don't pay for tokens. I think the addition of the full body avatars is pretty cool, even if they did receive a lot of backlash when it first came out because nobody really asked for it. But it's a cool option, you know, it's optional, and it's just something fun. They didn't have to do it, but it's here, and you know, it doesn't suit everybody, but it's a cool option. Okay, enough of that actually, back to the bad stuff. What is this AI generated news videos that they are posting when they literally have a real person there who's acting out and literally talking to the camera, but they're just putting an AI voice over it?
Electric Boogaloo.
Like
I'm your host, Jeffy, and here's all you need.
And also, their optimization sucks. Nobody's ever said that before. That's a totally original thought. But the game isn't the only thing that's changed. There's also been a massive change in the type of content being created for this game. The Rec Room content that is being made now is way different than the stuff that you used to see in 2020, 2019, and 2021. The content has shifted more to this commentary style, unlike how it used to be when it was all pretty much unedited gameplay videos that were just full of funny moments. Now, no discredit to any of the creators back then, but it felt like if you put any amount of effort into the Rec Room videos you were making back then, you would get over like 100,000 views guaranteed. And now to get over 100k, you can either pour your soul into a video, make it like 3 hours long, pretty much a whole movie, or you can clickbait. It feels like now there's not as much creativity as there was back then, in the content scene at least. I'm sure that every content creator who makes videos on Rec Room today is still very, very creative, but creativity doesn't bring results anymore. What brings results is this. The only times that I'm seeing super fun and creative videos now are like maybe video contests, which are now hosted like once a year, and I don't know, Doc made a pretty creative video about a laser tag bucket that did well. And another big issue with the content creation scene in Rec Room now is how many people are quitting. It is outrageous how many people are quitting. Out of over 50 of the Rec Room Video Partner Program members, there are like 15 of them who are still actively posting Rec Room videos. And we're seeing more and more people quit every single day. Only a few days ago, OreoVR quit. That's insane to me. He used to be the Rec Room YouTuber. He's the reason I made my channel. If there was no OreoVR, there'd be no DaniG, which... hey, maybe we're better off, low-key. It feels like out of all the OG Rec Room YouTubers who are quitting, there's not enough new content creators to replace them and overtake them and take their place. Even though the content creators now, like Scotia, Juppy, Who's Nate, they're making better videos than the videos that were made back then. There's just really no interest for Rec Room content anymore. Like, the videos now could have 10 times better editing, a video idea that's 10 times better, and they would get 10 times worse results than what used to be made in like 2021 or 2020. And look, in my content, I don't want to be negative all the time, but god damn, it feels like there's only negative stuff going on in this game. But look, even though pretty much everyone's quitting, for now, I'm not going anywhere. I don't plan on leaving or anything. You know, worst case scenario, I fall off, and y'all forget about it anyways. It's fine. question that I kind of see getting thrown around when talking about old Rec Room is, do you miss how the game was back then, or do you miss the memories that you made when you were playing the game? Because on paper, right now, Rec Room is a way better game than it was in 2019 and 2020. You know, there's way more games to play now, but if all those games are just the same cash grabby, low effort games, is it really better? I think that in the process of achieving a vision that Rec Room would be one of the greatest games ever overall, with a massive player base and people playing from all over the world on different platforms, they kind of ended up losing the soul of the game and killing it in the process. Like, they've sort of killed all the personality that they had to sit into this sort of metaverse that they've been trying to build. Like, for example, removing the 3D buttons on this menu. Like, yeah, I'm sure that removing the 3D effect from the watch has improved the performance for people playing on like mobile and Switch, but is this really even a game that should be on mobile in the first place? Like, I'm sure that supporting mobile has brought them a lot more players, but is it worth it in the end when every single update needs to be optimized for mobile now, which takes away from the experience for players on other platforms? Like, obviously you can't expect a game as big as like Rec Royale to run on a phone, and that's probably why we'll never get a Rec Room original as big as that again. And I do understand the point of them being a business and having to make some sacrifices to support themselves. My controller just glitched out, what's going on? But it kind of gets to a point of being too focused on making money and not really caring about the community anymore. Like right now, if you look at the biggest VR games, Gorilla Tag, Animal Company, they all have a massive focus on the community, pushing out massive updates almost every week for the community to make content on and enjoy. And in Rec Room, you know, maybe we'll get a Rec Room original once every 6 months or something, and that kind of leaves players and content creators with nothing to enjoy and nothing to experience. I think that's a big reason why so many Rec Room YouTubers are quitting, because there's nothing to make videos on. Like, there's only a limited amount of content that you can create with the content that Rec Room provides you. Like, there's only so many 1 subscriber equals 5 Rec Buckets videos that you can make before getting totally burned out. And trust me, I know from experience. So, was old Rec Room better? Yeah. If Rec Room keeps going the way it's going, it's not gonna make it into 2026. They need to stop focusing so much on making a quick dollar and think about the long term of this game. Like Rec Room, do you really see yourselves going into the future supporting games like this in the front of your trending tab? Like, what is this? If something doesn't change, people are just gonna move on from this game. And we've already seen it with creators like both Fi and Slat making second channels, which are doing way better than the Rec Room channels right now. This shows that the content creators have the talent to make amazing VR videos and keep people engaged. Just give them content to make videos on, because at the end of the day, these ads that Rec Room are pushing out is not what is bringing new players to the game. It's the TikToks, it's the YouTube videos, it's the YouTube shorts, it's the community that have been working their asses off to make videos on this game for the past like 5 years. And if Rec Room doesn't support their creators or support their community, then nobody's gonna support them. Anyways, if you enjoyed that Yap Fest, you're gonna love this Yap Fest, where I talk about the changes that Rec Room have made and why they are terrible. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Massive shoutouts to Crystal VR, Deer, and Hi, I'm Carl for being channel members. You should be one too. It's only like $1 or something. It's worth it.
Electric Boogaloo. I'm your host, Jeffy, and here's all you need to know from the first major update of the year.